everybody, and welcome back to Miss Mason's online classroom. Let's review what we already know about the human body. So we've learned that in our body there is tiny microscopic living things called cells. They're our body's building blocks. And when we have a group of cells that are doing the same function or the same job, that forms a tissue. And then we have a group of tissues doing the same function or job, it forms an organ. And then when we have not the same organs, but organs working together to try to complete a job or a task within our body, that is a system. Last time when we were together, we were focusing on one system in particular, the digestive system. So we learned that the digestive system's function in our body is to break down the food that we're eating into either nutrients that we keep in our body because they help us grow big and strong, or filtering out the solid waste that we would want to leave our body because that is not going to help us. So we learned that when food enters our body, it goes through a journey or a process. So first it starts in our mouth as we would be chewing and eating it. It would travel down our esophagus, into our stomach, then it goes into the small intestine and then the large intestine, and then it would come out of our body as solid waste. Now, who knows the difference between the small intestines and the large intestines? How can we tell them apart? Now, the small intestines, although it was longer, when you're looking at it, the actual tube is narrower or shorter. So the large intestines looks like this, the small intestines would look like this. When we were learning about the digestive system, we talked about one organ that's job or function was to filter our blood and make it clean. Who remembers what that organ was called? Yeah, the organ was called our liver. And today we're going to learn about another system. And in that system, we're going to learn about another organ, which job is to filter out or to clean things in our body. So I'm going to go ahead and get our picture set up. If you are following along with us at home, we are on page 83. Remember, not all of the packets have page numbers, but all of the stories have a page number. So page 83. Humans are exposed to a lot of toxins or poisons in the environment. Your body may take in toxins through the air or through the food that you eat. If these toxins hang around in your body for too long, they may become toxic or poisonous to you. The human body has ways of getting rid of the toxins before they become harmful. Last time we met, you learned how your digestive system works to process food to usable nutrients, separating the nutrients from the sometimes toxic solid waste material. At the end of the digestive process, some food that is not completely broken down by the intestines. This leftover solid waste, called feces, is pushed out of your anus at the end of the digestive tract. Bowel movements contain your body's solid waste. But what happens to your body's liquid waste? Where does it go? Some waste leaves your body through your skin. Other waste is processed through a system just like the digestive system. It is called the excretory system. To excrete means to expel or to get rid of something that is not needed. Toxins or poisons are definitely not needed in your body. Let's begin by talking about the liquid waste that leaves your body through your skin. We call it sweat. What is another fancy name for sweat? It's called perspiration. You already know that your skin is the largest body organ. It covers your entire body surface. Sweat glands below the surface of the skin help rid the body of waste through perspiration. When you perspire, water, salt, and other waste flow out through these microscopic sweat glands. They are excreted from all parts of your body. If you do not bathe for a while, you can begin to smell this waste as it builds up on the surface of your skin. The body's main liquid waste is urine, sometimes called pee. Urine is cleaner than spit. Unlike the saliva in your mouth, urine contains no bacteria or germs. It is about 96% water and 4% waste. This means that if your urine were divided into 100 parts, 96 parts would be water, and only 4 parts would be waste. Like feces, urine passes through several different organs as it makes its journey through your body. Today we will take a look at the organs that are part of the excretory system. The kidneys are the primary organs of excretion. Everybody stand up for a minute so that I can make sure you know where your kidneys are located. Let your arms hang down by your sides. Your kidneys are in line with your elbows at your back just above your waist, so not in the front, on your back. Reach around and place your hands just above your waist on either side of your backbone. Your 2 kidneys hang near your spine, one on either side of your backbone, in the middle of your back. Your bottom ribs and the layer of fat protect the kidneys. Do you have a pretty good idea of where they live? Okay, let's sit down and see how they work. Arteries, or muscular tubes, carry blood from other parts of your body to your kidneys. These 2 dark red, bean-shaped organs act like a washing machine for your blood, cleaning it of waste and toxins. As blood flows through your body cells, it passes through the kidneys, where millions of tiny microscopic filter tubes capture the waste products and the excess or extra water. Think of a kitchen strainer. Have you ever seen cooked pasta poured into a strainer? The liquid flows through the strainer, and the strainer catches the pasta. Your kidneys act a little bit like that kitchen strainer. They filter or separate the liquid waste from the blood. Clean blood travels to your body cells, while the liquid waste, called urine, is collected in each kidney. Urine drains out of both kidneys through 2 tubes called ureters. The ureters lead from the kidney to your urinary bladder. The bladder is a muscular storage bag located in the lower part of your abdomen, which is below your waist. When it gets full, we can feel it. This stretchy sac-like muscle stores your urine. It is a little like a water balloon with 3 openings. The 2 ureters that connect to the kidneys, and the 3rd opening at the end of the bladder called the urethra. As urine passes into the bladder through the ureters, the walls stretch and the rubbery balloon begins to fill. Nerve endings in the muscular bladder walls send signals to the brain when the bladder is full and about to burst. That's when you know it's time to urinate. Urine passes out of your body through your urethra, the tube at the bottom of your bladder. Just like the anus, the urethra has a muscular gate called a sphincter muscle that opens and closes to let urine pass out. When the sphincter muscle is tightened, urine stays in the bladder. When it is relaxed, urine is released. This is a voluntary muscle, meaning you are able to control its opening and closing. But you do need to listen to your brain when it tells you that it's time to go to the bathroom. The excretory system works the same for both boys and girls. The only difference is the length of the urethra. The urethra is longer in boys than it is in girls. So here are your kidneys. You have 2, 1 on each side. The ureters that lead down to your bladder. And then you can start to see a little bit of the urethra, which would be at the bottom where the urine would pass out of. In addition, for preparing liquid waste for the removal of the body, The kidneys also regulate or control the amount of salt and nutrients in the blood. They help to maintain a state of balance in the body by controlling the amount of water your body loses. Balancing the amount of water excreted with the amount of water that you keep in your body. If you have too much water in the body, you may feel bloated or swollen. If you have too little water in your body, you may become dehydrated or dried out. Dehydration can cause serious damage to your body. That is why it's important to drink lots and lots of water, never letting your body dry out. Let's name all the different parts of the excretory system. The excretory system is made up of the kidneys, the bladder, the two tubes that connect them, the ureters, and the urethra, the final tube in the process. It may appear less complicated than the digestive system, but it is just as important for filtering the blood and helping your body get rid of toxic substances. You probably know that liquid waste is excreted from your body a bit more frequently than solid waste. That's because it does not stay in the bladder as long as solid waste stays in the rectum. We've been talking a lot about getting rid of the body's waste, but along the way we have learned that the body turns a lot of the food that you eat into nourishment and provides your body with the energy that it needs to grow and repair itself. What are the good parts that are carried through your blood and stored in your body called? Those are called your nutrients. Next time we'll find out just exactly what nutrients are and what you can do to make sure you're getting enough of them. See you next time. Until then, make sure you are listening to your body and responds when it sends you messages. That's really important to maintaining good health. So, what were the names of the two red bean-shaped organs that clean the blood and the undesirable or unwanted substances? They're your kidneys. Urine is the body's main liquid waste. But what is another form of the body's liquid waste? So what's another way that you would get liquid out of your body besides your urine? Yeah, your sweat. When you're sweating, you're getting rid of the liquid waste. How are the digestive system and the excretory system similar? So how are they the same? They're the same because both process is filtering out the waste and keeping the nutrients. How was the excretory system and the digestive system different? Yeah, they're different because in the digestive system, you're filtering out the solid waste, and in the excretory system, it is liquid waste. So in our story today, we heard the word toxic. Say the word toxic. So toxic is a substance that is poisonous. So it will kill you or injure living things. Chocolate can be very toxic to some pets. If you're looking at things that you have in the house or things that you see at school, and it has a picture of a skull on it with crossbones, you should not be using that without the assistance of an adult. That might mean that there's some sort of chemical or something in that substance that might be toxic. So I want you to think of something that is toxic. Maybe you've seen that symbol before, or maybe something in a story was toxic in that story you heard of, and I want you to go ahead and say that right now. A sentence with the word toxic in it. I'm going to read some scenarios, and I want you to give me a thumbs up if it is toxic. I want you to give me a thumbs down if it is not toxic. Insect spray. Milk. Gasoline. Dog food. Drain cleaner, something you would use in the kitchen sink. Cookies. So, before you work on your packet, I want to go over it together so that we can make sure that we are all on the same page. So, your question today says, what is the function or the job of the excretory system? So, when we're answering questions, the first thing that we have to do is cross off the question words. So, what is the function? We would cross off what is, and then we would reread it to make sure it makes sense. So, the function or the job of the excretory system, and then we could say is. Since I'm just repeating what the word function means, I'm going to go ahead and cross that off too, just to make it a little bit shorter for me to write. So you're going to write the function of the excretory system is. Make sure that you're writing in a complete sentence, putting a period at the end. This is the question I want you to text me for a grower team point. So far, I've only been able to give away one grower team point. You know I love to give them away, so make sure you're texting me the answer. You can take a picture or type it. The next part is a vocabulary match. So our words are regulate, sweat, excrete, or toxic. So which one is moisture that comes out of the skin's pores due to exercise, fever, fear, or heat? That is your sweat. To control something. That is to regulate it. Poisonous. That is toxic. And to force out or get rid of. That is to excrete. The next question says, is it important to drink a lot of water? Why or why not? So you're going to say it, or let's cross off our question words. So it, and then you're going to put your answer in here. Is or is not important to drink a lot of water because. If you forgot, you can just go ahead and rewind the video to try to find out the best answer. If you need more time, you can go ahead and pause the video, but I'm going to move on. So the next page is a diagram of the excretory system that we learned today. So on the bottom, we have our word bank. We have the ureters, the bladder, kidney, and urethra. So what was this bean-shaped organ called? Those are your kidneys. Even though it's only on there once, we're going to write it twice. You can go ahead and cross it off. Then you have two tubes. What were the tubes called? The ureters. Now we only have one of the rest. What is the stretchy sac that holds it all? That is our bladder. So that means the last one, the liquid waste is leaving our body, is through our urethra. Well, thanks for taking time to learn with me today. I can't wait until we're back together next week.